Abusana Persia ma wache ama wo akwaba Adom TV so enie otienka asempa 94.7 FM. Uhumi TV so ache otemeka radio no so ache yakoji ahome kakra. Good to be back. Na ochi dwumadie anapai so yaba. Ye de brel otienka asempa 94.7 FM de dwumadie yi free. Your studios are 355 Fanofa Street. Ewo kokomlemle. Ene eye me busome ne da edi kan kra. Na se dwuman for da ne ya madwuma fo nyina ayiko se wo ye nsem training wo ye sojani wo ye police ni doctor ni wo ye nurse wo ye driver wo ye kuani wo ye dwadini adwuma bia wo ye bia e de bo wa man Ghana bia no ya ma ayiko mgiri se ahoɔden ni nyansa wo hia e de aso wo man asene ma wo man yetimi afa ne ntoma pefra no sa ahoɔden no twedi ampon e de ebedwuru mgin e de chief judge force and the so ya mo ache ama akwa aba bieu anapai enkoma e da pono so ya de hu hia pa Yabakaya kane se kase obi eye gold ho adwuma oye gold dealer oye miner oye goldsmith na se efie ye esan se ayade sika wo mu pa infa de susa no se wo fa bi ana wo nua pani bi wo na bi a oye gold ho adwuma na che se ebuo ni di ese no ye de masa ni pakro no enso wo mu ani hunu se emfaso a esese wo man no enya free sa adwuma die mu no o man ni nya me kire to ahodo a womu di sa adwuman esese womu tua ede ma aban na aban ni timi di amputudwuma esase ye tu godi ye tutumna ye sensuensua ye se kwaye tua na esa aban no enye free mu no wonya adidi mu na nyame ncha de ye nya amanyokuo New Patriotic Party oba no dini na Nado Danko Akufo Adom obehye ebo se nyame ya adom ne eto aba de yinu a wobetu saa anamo no ako saa ntokwa no etu galamsey ana illegal mining ase ye bonsema no hwa Emechre obepa Operation Vanguard asrafo 400 asojafo ne police fire kan bomu Operation Vanguard de sedwuma no ehye wo munsa emukura no ye bete Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining eno so na eno so ba beboa yensem trefo nkwa so ye de ehugima ye te Media Coalition Against Illegal Mining ni nyina na esenka ye de eboa no enda bebre echi ye huni se adwuma sa Operation Vanguard insem na fei Media Coalition ye no enya de eso aba na koya no kasa keke esa se wo man eni ehunu Operation Vanguard fo a wo mo enam wuram chichi wo mo ye sa illegal mining ni ukotu wo mo pe ni ade wo mo hosika na ye gya wo mo ye kochi excavators in some crowd me pesa me bo so sisi e excavators dodo a ye chi endei ebi se etu afawiem se ayira eno so akoye boachi bi edini Tumia or mine ana aban no wo so de beko atia illegal mining sa tumi no ewe he akoya no kasa keke se aban beka no krepa enkugu a wo mu di in most of the constituencies which are mining constituencies ejina sa boy aban ko se ye no so esa so antimi enu so ene wonam yensu te se pra and cobra bremu miami bremu na se me kwa cheme da na se me ko hwe esuo bremu me wre hoyi akoya no kasa keke ana so ye dope se sa illegal mining na galam se ye betu ase ye wo man ena ye nim political party big weight empenifo wo de da manyoko ahodo ano a wo mo concession wo mo nsase a ye ka say ye tu gold wo so obako no na sojafo ena ebo illegal miners yi ho ban asojafo wo mo hye uniform se se wo mo no mo boa kutia sa anamoi womo ena womo boy illegal miners no ehun ban entina se ekoya na ye bai yati Operation Vanguard wie aban second term also wati Operation Halt 200 military personnel eno mba be ko sa ko yi na me bisa je betimi atrankan ha na iyakon galamsey ana illegal mining ewo Pristia ana atakwa je betimi atrankan ha na yakon illegal mining wobra yanko ground how are we even involving the DCs ahemfo answer sene ye wo modia no ahemfo answer sene ye wo modia no what is the role ben wo mo a play e was akwan nyina mu eya sembisa EPA Environmental Protection Agency wo mo aban Anambra e dia ama wo mo hutumi se wo mo mbo ye japade ahodo ye environment hu ban adwuma ben wo mo ye dia boa se wo hwe mfoni eda sisi ya hwe nsase sene asase no aye amana hodo a yetutuo ensuo na yede chamfan akosi so toto ahunu nsuo no nyina ene nansa me hu video bi ama frank keten fiedu mienu a wo mo ehunu nsuo wo mo tu galamsey say alluvialo say chamfan o ni nyina no enya de eboa na say aban no akun na so ye won panifo bi a wo mo aban kro no amu political opponents a wo mo so won sase ni bi yenya che wa pe na call free national headquarters na aba ye release no na call free Jubilee House na aba ye njan no say ye the way akun in this second war ye to me and appear me say sa broad based national consensus no mampani eka ho asem no ye de ba dwumadie yi so na ye twehwe nkomo aban betimi adi nkunim aban ebetumi adi nkunim na mesha nkomo no twehwe no ase ansa na no ma yenkohwe dwuma menua Erastus Asaredonko edi abra wo di asodafo achi wo call mining site ahodo na mpo eduru ba bi in fact bro de ye bro mo pa ss wo mo ene ma nyina yenkohwe no ye ba mama akwa ba bio.
Joy News has discovered over 30 fully armed military personnel protecting miners pillaging the Manso Forest in the Ashanti region. This is despite the government's announced withdrawal of all military personnel from mining sites across the country. Erastus Asaredonko reports there was a standoff between the military personnel protecting the miners and the Environmental Sustainability Task Force of the Ministry of Environment, to the extent that the Joy News team carrying the operations of the task force was attacked and had its vehicle and camera damaged.
The team's journey to this part of Manso and its forest saw scenes of destruction. Abandoned pits and mining settlements dot the road leading into the remaining part of the forest. After dodging water-filled, dangerous open pits, we arrived at this mining settlement deep within the forest enclave. 7 Chinese nationals were quickly located and arrested. Leader of the team conducted a search room by room. There were indications of military presence.
From what we are seeing here, it looks like there are some military men involved in this whole activity in this forest. Because you are looking at their uniforms, even some have names on them, yes. But we did not meet any of them. But looking at it, I think the military were the people protecting them here to do this illegal job.
Okay, so what are we doing with the uniforms?
First of all, we need to retrieve them and then ascertain as to who sanctioned their duties here.
So these are military accoutrements. You can find names on them. This one is Camel. This one is Camel. We have the other one, Amweni, on this one. And these are, as security men have been able to authenticate, these are quality Ghana Army uniforms, indicating that we may have some military involvement here in this site.
In the midst of our search, a young military officer drove into the compound in a Tundra vehicle.
Yes, sir. We see a lot of people beat the same.
He started making some calls to his superiors.
I will do the staff sergeant, sir. We are here at this thing, Tontokrom. Okay. The hot duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
Within the next 30 minutes, the whole place was crawling with over 30 angry, armed military men. Anger turned into heated verbal exchanges and near fisticuffs. A group of physically built men with known faces from the Delta Force group also joined them. The Chinese were released. Our news team was prevented from filming anything from this time onwards as they overpowered the task force and took over.
Please stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing.
Things got physical as the macho men assaulted my driver, forcibly took the keys to our vehicle and struggled with a camera technician for the camera. Under the watch of the military men, they broke our windscreen and side mirrors. Owner of the site, Nnawotwi Yi, ordered the military to delete all footages from our camera and our personal phones. But we managed to retrieve items from our formatted card. It took the intervention of the Ministry of Environment and the Military High Command to get us released. The Minister for Environment told our news team, quote, Heritage Imperial only has a prospecting license, and so it is mining illegally in the forest. He's supposed to be drilling, testing samples to be presented in the process of getting a mining permit. But Donald told our news team he has all the documents giving him full access to mine in the forest. But in all this, the best judge is the environment, which lies unclaimed with huge gullies and pits. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
Right, 80 minia Erastus Asaredonko, Juma Wodi, and Yakosha Samfuni, 90, one asoja for one more airport nipa, one more illegal mining. Nothing, one more say, video sound some trouble for Erastus in any crew, one more Chanino, one more delete and through one phone. So, minia Erastus Asaredonko, Abe coming Sawa Humano, so Erastus, let me come and walk over.
Bejo so many abema.
Bibi aboko de.
Nyanko pandaroma.
Yede nyamia se se de Erasu so de na yeti o. Se kuma se boko de.
Nyanko pado.
Yede nyamia se.
Erasu tumfo ho ye.
Good. Ye me pese ye be hwe ye chi the first fight against Galamsey and illegal mining. Wo di ye chire pa. Chamfoni ni cha impo ansa na abasisi ye anamon ya aban pese wotui. Erasus.
Yo. Mini kind can say aproba me fiase any task force no ora Charles Bisiu and a director mema papa bi a friend no ora ajikum tum ampofo ajikum on na da interministerial no omo shase foforo no on na da no enti yes starte ebo pro no be 2017 mo ho me be kan omo no no mo ye adwuma ne deda na abakaya samrenum no ensu na ni timi te kama e was some parts na apra na ebo no na eniema yehu no na no de they have had to pay forest reserves they can forest reserve and I say kwaya ye jato ho we yenko ho ukotwa woma akra wo kwaye num e de abewo fufu adia agisa wo twere krata akoma forestry commission na ya approve ansa na watimi akowura num akotwa woma e de abewo fufu adi na obekokwaye num no na enua ye twegu fom enye se bia ye nua no ye harvest kra de abafia be ye nkunya na table ni ade o ebi nua ni bo ye twa na ye tu fom e de agu ho na ye tu atache ni ade na agu so na omu tu gold no eti baabi wo ho a ye kopie baabi ti se western region potam ho ankwaso diaso kese ho no de nenye na ni nyina mu no ade baako na run through nipa baako ene ekoto no wo baabi a forest bia ya komu a kese ye di forest no a ye twetwa nnua ne ade asensuo ne ho ahwa nipa baako ne ya ne edin baako pe ene ya ehu no ho memodin ebiso de meko court ye that's what court enti baabi ti se diaso empotam ho western region ye ko baabi na is a forest no uche forest no mbe se 4 ya say emu baako na obetimi de pick up akọ baabi a ase no obetimi de anante aba se donhwere baako na unui amna ateke kese otumi ye de drone etwa na oto ani drone to na ni hwe be say 4 miles a atacha ya horo ngwa no etisepo na da house a obi a onim ho bia me kan yam say onim ni America no amana ni nyina da ho okwa Chinese fo egumu ho no enya asem keto a ebu forest na fa ba bi ekopie ho no na sojafo ebo amanfo ho ban that time no 2017 sojafo ai kurekuratu bebre ti se wenum die ya no mbo amanfo ho ban ho nipa ba ko na yamra yanim ye bepie ba bi ti se ankwaso forest no forest agina ho achepa be 100 years ye kopie mu no na se ho so obi so hye ho a ono so di nipa ko no so a o hye kire na ehu ye no no so ewo abam ani din me bebo ni din wa bonte me bo ni din wa bonte ne driver din wa bonte oba bonte o se nya no kre yamra yanim yamra kobro a part of Apamprama Forest Reserve kwaye bia ada ho achepa Jacobu Mpotam ho enuade bi wo si ho over 200 years na kwaye atia popa aye nkomu nkoye hwe nti de aye wura mu aye hu ne ekoso ho no na asefem enua ye twagu from over 400 ni nyina no ye wie mu no na nipa kra wo ye adwuma ho no no a na ekohu no na no so ye adwuma ho saa ba bi America Western region ho
nipa no a wo so be so be boni din no ono a na wo ye adwuma wa ha
ono akro na krata o de eba at that time no na prospecting ne ma ho kwan so de excavator kra konwuram say ukotu fom enso no tu fom to gold ahoro bi ho exhibit gold na waforo a yesisae ene ade nyina no papa e wo ho receipt mrepam no metimi de copies abrel
prospecting license no a license no license na ye de kokore hwe se asase wei ena mpese se minya license a edimu a ma ba yeso adwuma eno ye mfantu eno ne prospecting license
eno wo driller no wo driller portions be bia wo suspect say gold be won wo driller na what take anwea no sample abenya ho no eti uko horo na adwen say e okay banwa no wa present wo findings no de akọ enyumaku a ema license to say minerals commission EP no ne ade ata na omu na peneso a ya ma mining lease na parliament de ne sasase asa na watimi akọ the excavator akọ formatu so dodo one baby ebeko bia obi o forest mu bia no prospecting license ne kura no and odi tu agudie ewonwura mu eti kobro in fact na operation Vanguard di kan akosa bia ho akostop wom asesa om fidie ni ade ekono calls e baaye no e kire se e wo so om side machines ne ba om side machines ne bre om de be ye adwuma eti Owuraje Kuma odasa interministerial committee ano at that time no ono ne yekoye no in fact me kan ne course wo nwura mu okirewa sika galamsey for ne de be pie nwura mu so om de be bribe papa no me ha manika egu car boot
be say Erastus
mean to me fam say 50 cedi note ya keka bom bebre
ene egu car boot sika no egu car boot
yeah no de be nwura mu ho as papa nanye obubu dan na ni ade ho nyina o say ho nyina se excavators almost be 20 something omo de bi ko rewura mo hu se ba na omo de bi ko rewura forest num okosesa ni nyina me wo hu videos ni ade wa ye de ni nyina bankran papa no yesesa niema no galamsey for na wo ho no bi ni threaten say okwa ombe ya akosisi ebe yi na free adwuma na wo yi no ayampa oba nko bi ene yi ni sinchen ekoye nim no na nsen ya owura afempon boaten be wie na yi no ana osa de ne bai say emu ayedi nto omra meboa eno ho videos na wo hu a ye court abosere ye call manso tontokrum eno ne mpota mo poku krum enom ne ade a ye de ho mfonyini ebegu abonten no enti menua obi a wo hye forest mu bia wo ye sadwuma no forest mu bia no ye hwehwe mu ye no on the ground say ni bakro no ida so tumi ana wo bi a wo tumi a ota na ki etunya koduru nwam ho a course e ba na ba bi efifiri no baby akakraka. It is a when you be a ujina on us to say, Papa, I make an one semi. I'll say, Med the journalist a kungrum, Yambu who be a monfilme, offer them who are menfa. And then there are massive excavators and also the Bama and the Bako. Say, and you be sa, near see a tick, soldier for Gungrum Kekadia. Minim dear, send a busy agui.
Not just a to say near Operation Vanguard, and to me, and yadia Operation Halt. And say I home to me, or meet me Erasmus.
Minim ni Paco Dano. Enti minti means mebo enkase enyi. Ebet my name how I want my three material. How could be ho, now could be site ho, now could who be our chef forest in Finfin, forest reserve. If Finfin crack at a papa bia, I will too good, will train you from. Now calls on a starter bar. Jirani Paco Sma on a wow, which down on. And a bit much as a bit Majano and answer with me.
Okay, Erasmus, finally enough in me now, quite Yensu and Suasan to see a near ye. Also, any bit me at it. Can we have clean water? Send a cane, na ye bremu, ne and cobra, ne pra, na any tiano. You bit me a brew.
Ora, and for the Kumfia, na mediation. Insurance any tea. Satam and cobra, any tea, Emma, a bunch to try home for new minutes over Kaya at the better one ten say. Insuraniate. Tata na papa na dano. Ye bit ma sai bi. Nemum soldier for ya ti o magum no eno nko antimi solve problem no. Once a omo koi, kwan na da o ma no. Kwan na esesa mfidi a ombe season na free nwam ho de aba bonten. Nipa kro no obi a o integrity. O pe so boa. E ma adwuma no koso a obetimi aye ne sa. Ye betimi ase ye sapo munsuo se nipa somasi o abamu de eso site we ne de anso ye be chimfidie ne de be concrete efidie no e kwa be ne de fidie ne be fa so because galanse ni hyenwuram na osesa na excavators na obubu na pre enya de obetimi aye adwuma bia o bi omo a ekura sofi ne pickers ne ho ahwan ya de onye omo na sensu omo a hye forest no mu a omo de excavators be 25 ye 2 eniema ohono omo na say insuo ne forest ne ade.
Okay, Erastus mamenda wase na fei ye mfansi aminua Erastus asare donko na me no atwe nko no mame Abjama kwa babio na otwe dwumade ne de ebre wo wo hwen Adom TV sanso tie nka Asempa 94.7 FM midin the Chief Jerry Forson. And I pay and come my dapon so. Idea a yasim here. Or chinenti, or just an insu and sua, aye, quiet, say, any anamoa, a bang, aboni trimupo, were to be that. Of course, only a bang pen of focasa. Say they made some gains in the first fight against Galamsey. Wait a second one. How is the government ready to do this? Roadmap, no, and saying, Pedophobe or Hanma, no more a barbetriching come, but Bakwa Meneno at his studio, the Honorable Ebenezer Oklete Telabi, or former Deputy Minister, Lands and Natural Resource, and then Persemin in the Chinkomo in that capacity. Honorable Makwaba, but we be able to do Yamiase. The Abayi Baye, Ba was say, so the Queti Agalam say. Most people were skeptical. And now they will be to me or Power Operation Vanguard at IMSIM, Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining. Yes, just saying free ho. Sakon uhuni saying, Asana Fayaba, Yatos meaning.
Yo, me that's me metia o mamushe. Na, say in your intro, no, say Abayi say o my chop success be or baby. But I'm sorry. Where I sit, no, I don't see it. There's one thing I say I realize is if you don't realize your fault, any your pitfalls, any your downfalls, near there, and I say umero ye near there, you will never succeed. You can never make. So
it.
Timin ko enim. What do you say?
Me too.
The Bible no crack kai. Or see, he who knows not knows that he doesn't and doesn't know that he knows not. No. I don't want to use those words. So they are saying. And you know, what has happened to Ghana no, is very pathetic. Now, very unfortunate. I didn't think I make answer. I hope say move the cameras, like you did some time before. No, move mre. Now my family cameras. Now my go round. Now my go here say, indeed, what has been the impact of the various committees at and Operation Vanguard, Operation this, Operation that. Kona ko bisa. Now kona ko say, indeed, has there been any impact at all? For the past 3 weeks, the committee, Environment, Science and Technology, we have been going around assessing the situation on the ground in terms of disposal of waste, and then sometimes where there's illegal mining, we take some time off and what is going on. From Takrady, we say River Prana. Only the crapping for friend Nyuma. 74 friend Potom. Yes. Clay. No, but we Ediani. Okay. There's no difference. But and then the result of the kind of approach. And I said, they are buying can't be so bad. Why you know? And no result. And no result. But I hear from buying no AL from so. Where did the government get it wrong? You want to see all that we need. Ni say, and yet here na say, me nkase mrem na say, I'm Roberts. People run no number attack here. Police are run your be someone. By extension, a buying. Abanye Jumane said, you all share your body, say, Obe making sure, say illegal mine, no, Obe Brenner say. I'm at a point, ground because with you any thing, in Sianuati, we know engineer. In Sianuati, in a wife as say. So, a buying the 1 year, the only Ninja and Kusiaga. We have failed. And rightly so. Macau sister station who said, you were a year, Uncle your baby, Uncle by this time, penny, send or crying, Uncle the president's name, or they are two. Because on one crying, or say, or the president's better to lie. But they are unfathomable because, as they say, as they claim, they've made some gains. Then why the dialogue? Why do you want to waste our ears and our time? Say, you're going dialogue, you have to name Percy. Why do you want to waste our time? Right? Why is I didn't know why it's successful. No? Why do you want to call stakeholders? Say, well, Senator can weigh a broad base. What? No, the first one was national consensus. The first one was what? What was the first one? I don't know what. It was a parochial and a narrow whatever. Now don't blame them. The only kind say what all that this government did was to take over illegal mining in this country, give it to their cohorts, their party people, because there are tapes near the say, minister be any party executive, interactive, party here, they must allow their party people to go and mine. When we also community mining, right? Under the guise of trying to create job for under the guise of trying to help in controlling this mining in their customer. All they did was that only concessions my woman crop. And as I speak to you today, so party paying as we speak, woman at the forefront of mining in their customer. To the extent say, a minimum crowd to me kochi. Look, soldier for your power say no. Because the current 200 I am telling you, operation halt. You see, me and I'm saying, say a buy no work, papa, so person here. And yet, need to no press, a statement. And no, to just say so far, my arrest, how much 9 excavators, say, look, 127 chamfan machines. Please, that is no news. It is no news. Not too long ago, yet 500, excavators. Yet 500 excavators. Now, have you paused to ask yourself, say, when we arrest, no? Go now, I'm confounding too. among 40 years good business no motor no moton. Have you ever heard about yati etuo yati champagne yati excavator? What is yati gold? Yati sika. What yati sika da? Yati gold. Right? Then so no uko minus now. We complaining. We also about we seize we gold. No money ade nyina. What? Na na make say abai we papa. Enya minister no ba bigina no be kan de okan.
Why na say beka?
Say military high command no. E no beka because Otu he was pretending.
The military high command reports to the minister.
Yes, let me say. But when it comes to the operations, when they get, you see, when you get into the war theater, operation theater, and yet you the administrator no, and I'm pretending so you're soldier, trying to use their jargons, 06 hours, so. That is not your job. Give them the free hand. That's what we're gonna say. When the soldiers are doing their own thing, no party person will go and be minding. No afraid fool, no afraid with the minister. No. Unfraud, do not even have that courage to even take a fool. No unfraud. Say, oh my, you say. They should leave the job if they did. 1%. 1 more year, friend say, 1 more year, you must say no more kana. Let's leave the job. If what would the amount soldier for now? Leave them. Let them go. Let them do their job. Now, other institutions, including the police, the Minerals Commission, whatever, give them the free hand. Now, woman can manage the situation. Okay. Now, we take politics now out of it. A young coach excavator and from a party chairman and a secretary. More on mining. No. Okay.
Honorable Teller, me samba hobby and I know the studio and we are going to have enough time to discuss. But my main corner. Matty, everybody tell. Yes, now, Ora Abdul Razak Al Hassan or a PRO at the Small Scale Miners Association. Razak, what's the main car? Bibi Abokode. Good. As an association, small scale miners, Sakwa abai aircon on illegal mining. Genuinely, ade amufo aso. Ana so munya yanka abai no want to la dream na munya ni amoye.
Beda say mini am chair with TF4 na machia Ghana mining small scale miners na.
Genuinely Ghana no na Ghana na igi na yechim. Wo hwe de ekoso mining ma for illegal activities now, and yet as small scale miners. Because a bad day say one number now yet 20 and so say one we are Nipa or safe name, and I say was safe in Sue Forest. And then just so any Guasia and this a bank 8 among the Bay, a best sanitary system now. I think it is a call in the right direction. Lemon Kwanya ye fasu. Edi Jumano, a problem no. Yeah, as small scale miners, no. There's no way Uber Commerce Commission, even my lands itself, for ye, a Juma will show so. And I am my lands is also say, young Fanco Juma forest reserves. And the beside your own say, why moon and nam insurance of the Juma, and why the work forest reserves now the Juma. For instance, forest reserve would I the honor. That forestry commissioner who work forestry guards who born by a then and a yes ama prospecting any recognizance that amount from forestry uncle Yejuma. A Juma so more no the word prospecting no who could draw not just a way mining and Kasa. You will want say both a soldier for at your elbow mobile. Najuma we yan papa no then a soldier got to have a ball. You can have your own internal security, say that they are at least maybe Nipa Bonifo be and between shells. At the same time, forest guards who move out will ball forest number. And the whole year Juma genuinely, why should you send military men to go and guide the forest? You didn't say and I did be a small scale miners. Yes, this I won't say in mineral laws no. You're more prospecting and recognizance. The mass small scale miners and the answer is no. Into why always small scale miners? Now you're finding out who really those lands is small. Any in comfort crowd would be a more soria, who share forest now will say no. And fight buying fighting the yes, supporting a by 100%. But enforcement not any question mark. Okay.
What enforcement? See, I saw the phone woman will pomu on more. one more any illegal miners daily on the enforcement of these laws. You for 2 minutes, Shamansa. Razak.
But I say, 2 minutes there, your my money and they say, one, say a junior industry players, a regulatory body, not some conform women, young fact 2 minutes and show Musa. For example, Minerals Commission officers, who move rules of the Yajuma. And now, Quaya Mufasu Yajuma Sono, a bina Shishaku, and a law at Tertiary. And to say a mumu the free will to operate now political interference. Any market and from I think they will do their work diligently. What about industry players as well? Self-regulation will be a said a beya or the bonnet mountain by. Your money GPR to you. More gas or more money or more affairs. Proper other associations. Yes, so yes, small scale managers. Your association, your monitoring team, now your task force. And you know, say, I bind any bear in a better say, I do not boom. Why not say me and sanitize the system? Because yes, we are international. Emma, we probably for and they say, Juma. For example, your task force is in existence since 2013-2014, and a task force. But we are more specific, Juma, no more. No more, your members who bind. Said this state illegal miners will not be encroaching on our members' land. In the Mubo by now for 2017 now, I bind the blanket ban a buyer. What the buyer no, ye catch you say blanket ban your moody bay. Moi or mine because a same woman to say that small scale any illegal miners in them. Oman tea, Umuko that way. And so, no, young Nipa Bonifonti, yet to an amount by enforcing. So, or instructing your task force says that here, young boy, a ban, na into Galamsafe way. So, yet your task force so with our own little resources, I want over 1 million Ghana we spent, and then Ubia Bidia dancers say, you the task force no modern board will go. But it will maybe and some go here because ban for 2 years I won't need to be a winner. How do you support your task force? And yet, who are buying himself, not at least you bring some logistics need my members like
but honor by no promise alternative livelihood and it's our training near the ending and I don't know Uncle Zifi Razak
me that say no promotion of livelihood no yen bisa ya ho say adwuma wo ye as a presenter na woni gye ho na wo adwuna wo ni die wo mu na wo say adwuma wo betuma ye ama wo so survive in life ni no be bad business we juma ebra enya wa wakuma wuji di say obetuma kwa ko ye juma na yi enti livelihood nge omo kan na juma be no mudi bae second training omo so training ye no yes training there yeah as an association for yes that training somewhere 2014 and sana is that training we buy and no yen di say who say were they training real illegal miners or they were training party people.
I see.
So there are so many question marks.
No, but and then were they training real illegal miners or they were training party peoples? Razak?
They were not training illegal miners. To be frank with you, because may cut leadership. No. Now that time, no, beginning first trainees are called humans. They were all miners, and you could see that they were ready to learn. Second group, no, I think that time, Prof. Dano, the letter we sent, he withdrew all the list and all the party people go away. And to be frank with you, we did our own investigations. But for instance, butchers in the course of Mugo trade. But some of them confining us by telling us that Omuga don't want to turn on Brambe trade now, Ombeti concessions, some of them they confess.
I see.
And you know, we are not facing the fact.
Okay.
And you know, can be also so bad. Let by year minus no get so. Meanwhile, the real illegal miners are sitting somewhere doing their own thing. And you know, more miners share the distinction. Now you more year miners and no so who bother for who higher.
Okay. 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 Now I'll stay on Zoom. Na mene Honorable Henry Kwabena Kukufu or CEO Environmental Protection Agency atwetwe enkoma ona bote men kan me wakwa ba EPA mate task force na dwuma ne sen ona bo kokofo te men kan Honorable Pacho, check your mic, unmute your mic on your phone. Now, into me, enter on Kanye, Honorable. Okay, yeah, check Honorable Kokofunu, Yanko Professor Kwamho, Joseph Kwam, or mining expert. Prof, Otemen Kam and Wakwaba. The Pacho, check your phone now unmute you, Mame. Aha, good. Honorable Otemen Kam. About us, a pombo for the
Mamma and Ghana.
Okay, Honorable Kofu, hold on for me. Namene Honorable Kwam, and to show Kamoka, we are messing so about how to see how they know Atomono. Prof. Kwam, you are one person, even in your constituency, about a member of parliament. Now, constituency no because say you can't say illegal mining here. The fight so far. Now there's a second war. You shy against illegal mining. Who is saying, Prof?
It's a step in the right direction. Also, illegal mining issue now. Idea Ghana mine area. Now, say, we know about Kaya. 2012, 19 July 2012, there was an uprising between the people of Mansusiana and the illegal Chinese miners. Hello?
Hello, Honorable Pa.
So around that time, what we did was that me and Kasa me and Kasa, me a mining expert. So I did a lot of research about why these things are happening in this country. And because of this, I decided I said, there is the need for us to change the system. Because system, aside from somewhere and neighbor. And so to change the system now, we must have pragmatic policies.
No, but Honorable, nipa me to someone are binding sa fight a share initially. Honorable Temenka.
Me
say
telephone and frame and I'm you know aha.
Sa yes. You telephone and frame. Because na me bisa but Temenka.
Hello.
But Temenka.
Good.
Yes, sir, illegal a fight against illegal mining here say. More no man penny this fight no a share monsa say mundi anymore. Can we then conclude sir you failed us Honorable Kwam?
Hello.
Kofi my friend phone so now me no entwetwe. Yes. That initially. Okay. Yeah, but the umbrella honor na fi ye to aso me saka na e be san so akozum no so the nkoma na me ne PRO no twetwe illegal miners small scale miners association concerns are already and you are on the committee. Quick response na fi me san so enkozum
exactly so they all the PRO no kanu and one means to make kanu the American say aban way by say your problem. And for the first time, no, the support about to fight illegal mining. That was very overwhelming. Ubia media, ubia dieti. Among for monitor, a cobe bia, a bois. Emma, ubia G2 say the ecotono NCZ. Almost started say omu chase among for G machines near the. Omo can say yes, NCZ, what do you call it? Mining completely. The then minister no can say, "Womu kwakoto drones, not drones no cry no be monitor ahwe the ekoso no." The question is answer drones one drones no ewen drones na mkoto no way. Drones no himfa. Two, womu ye sade no. What has been the effect? The effect has been that the Omiya say they took the concessions from people who were legally. Oh, say mining now. I'm happy. So he mentioned a prospect, woman prospecting, any recognizance for no. Those two groups of miners here, woman only a problem when it comes to the use of heavy duty equipment in our forest and in Siono. You cannot say prospecting men koso because you need to know what is under ewo hono. But when you prospecting, you don't go and do an open a mine ewo hono because there's no monitoring system. No, to check very well these people with the prospecting. So at the end of the day, what the question say? When you prospecting, ube kono na woma turn themselves into mining. A whole what the mine. Womu tu hono. When na time I started fight, if we're able to deal with them, because baby, what they do is that a prospecting license, or a certain area, so yeah, but no much to trade no rent the amount, the amount, the illegal miners, no galamsey for no man room. So they say anything, na say a court, na say a coach, you go and then arrest this small price or more. Now the main companies are books. Some of them mention companies minimum. We don't deal with those people. Now small we say and what license no we can say we be training the miners no. The question is, did you train the miners? And PR no. Which people? Nipa be no training woman. Ni nyina be dani party for adwuma. What you say? Evidently, what part of the and it's training will build the capacity of the people in the area. And woman, it wasn't difficult. I can get the inquiry woman year small scale mine. I'm not saying guarantee. Small scale mining now, yama concession, and the training was meant to give them, what do you call it? Build their capacity in terms of. Say no year at the end of the day, infected environment. Say no reclaiming land. Honorable, say. Betrahana, you can't say ya. Now, as a moment pen, so when you were in government, you see, then Panama you found in your time. I am not prepared to talk about that. Did you even attempt to fight this illegal? You see, this is my disappointment with you media for. Adenti. I am telling you. Adenti, honorable. Baby, I do a baby, I do. Look at us. We are sinking. Now, could be some say, what did I do? 10 years ago. We are sinking. Our water bodies are, what do you call it? Are being polluted. People are getting all manner of diseases, kidney diseases. Organ dysfunction near the air course. You have to go and ask your mamas. What do you call it? The government. No, that is not what you should be doing. Let's solve the problem now. Let's solve the problem now. What do we do? Have they succeeded in doing? In doing what they told us they would do? No. You see, when you start, doing those comparisons, I say, who make those references, and then we are not prepared to go forward. Granted, you can't say so. This time we don't have the right to talk about it. Okay. My call Prof. Kwamho na metwaso. Prof, afa o tell me kan.
Na me make it the point I am making now is because of illegal mining na ekoso from 2011 2012 urban. Now no doing too much no. At some point now I have to defend my people within my own community. And as such, what you say to ekoso are Chinese inhabitants of the Siena and that of illegal Chinese miners. Now the bottom line in effect. Okay,
honorable, whatever you tell on Kabati, I'm so mute where you sound no I will zoom. Activate mine yet me na fe yate on council.
Hello.
Patwa Africa.
Yes. What I was saying in effect, there was a fight between the inhabitants of Nsiana and that of illegal Chinese miners. So I asked myself as a mining expert, so what is happening in this country? Because
it was not happening only at my place. It was across all the mining communities in Ghana. So, me research, what I came to results of was that one, majority of the illegalities a mad rush of some group of people or institutions are urging prospecting license. So based on this, they don't use the prospecting licenses to do the right thing. The intent is different. And this means that some not say they different than they are. Then we have to look at it. It me say, baby, I be a prospecting license beyond. No illegal foreigners eguso. And answer illegal Ghanaians ya bebre eguso. Near to Chama, na gidi ya galam say. As na omo wie na omo ko no omo move to another town no man to tell omo bebrebe. So I said this thing must end, and it must end at once. Now many young child the maker about processing any illegality in the fact. When you want to approach an issuer, the very first thing that you have to do in effect, you must know the root cause. And one of the root cause, in effect, prospecting licenses are homogeneous. Even Mineral and Mining Act 703 of 206 Act. You don't have even the right, at 6 clause 4, you don't have even the right to transfer. So, and then we'll begin to start prospecting. Now, if they were to chat, subletted, and also a man go for consent, so I'm going to so someone here, it do baby. Now, failure, I am worse to the sense that mad rights for processing licenses. You demarcate them into small scale holdings, then you give it to people. Then the panel, they are not baby, no, obviously. And that is why I said enough of those sabi, song, enough of those nonsense. Let me put that word, sabi. Why am I saying this? Because say you perceive a two way here. The best thing to do in the set, all prospecting license, make it statement be. Yeah, all prospecting license. Near show be all prospecting license be a young call rounds. So what they prospecting license no. So if there are some illegalities Koswa, you can cancel license no. Because that is the major problem. Why is there illegal mining entry and then? And me, I support His Excellency and Adam Kwakufwadu renew mandate no. Sir, young fight 100%. Okay.
We call it for auditing. So you audit and you the individuals behind these licenses. You name me and you shame me, you prosecute me. Then we are making a headway. Very well. And
that is what I'm saying, sir. Nobody is above the law. You're Ghanaians. And your NDC and your MPP. Good. Sir, me, as a person, me assure someone to say, as a member of parliament, during the day of election, 11 Land Cruisers, 2 Tundra, 50 Metromen, and a buy, out of 27 polling stations, 11 are 12. And you're the on CT, man, because for your path, they will tell you, sir, or fighting, and I'm saying.
Then your call for audit is going to be an exercise in futility. Prof.
No, let me tell you something.
Not exactly.
Sir,
okay,
Honorable Samuel Budrapo.
Yes.
Also, I'm making it clear and categorical. So going forward, that is exactly what we are going to do. And that is why I also publish all processing money license. A publicity, we are. Maybe a journalist. When you make my call rounds, ask for him. So indeed, those processing licenses in areas, say you're illegal mining, and that's the BB South. You can also call for say, you cancel those things,
And I'm making one of the water bodies. Nobody issues license our water bodies. Yes, young go form the to see water bodies. So, as now, can say, and that is why here, it's a person that don't go for the true, the honorable minister. I said, young first soldiers won't come. I support that idea 100%.
Okay.
What am I saying is 100%? Mami just me show her.
Me too.
Minya, look. What you say? Your water bodies now almost yanisano. And your national security threat. What Mami just me show as a scientist. So assume saving crano. So you hear along. Be a mfan sabe 2 grams. And you be ever son use you. Be over katimua. Emma. Neso be do be ni ade alom no more na egum na ani atia. Then it means that it can have even health implications on the citizens of this nation. And to assess these people no more insurance. They must let them out as soon as possible. And that's why I said, with strong commitment, brother, I am telling you that we are going to deal with this issue within a short time.
Okay, but I say, Prof, come. But what you are saying, quickly. Honorable Kwabena Kofu, CEO, Environmental Protection Agency. Honorable Timinka, EPA, what task force no amatiano. How much money saying?
Hello. Good morning, Timinka.
Meton Kapa.
Yo, good. Yedika Manefa in Tiamat here for. Na meka se me boma baso ni jumedi a mapatu mo so amete anti
Honorable Kofu e pese ye hu enti unmute hu zoom na fe ye te nkan ye hu animu so na kasa Wadaroma.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah, unmute zoom no na fe baby, a red button do one. Aha, me also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, it is the mama channel.
Still on. Okay. Honorable, I'm saying one year, mammy. Wadaroma.
Oh,
you tell on Kabati who any. Aha, Sana de Noaque.
She said the woman name. The woman name.
Debbie. Debbie. Kofi yamfani sa na fi yanko. Honorable to asoma me.
Okay, me actually say obisa me say EPA your task force. As we speak today, EPA need task force. EPA were officials on the ground.
EPA any task force.
EPA were officials on ground.
Okay.
The regional levels, any some area officers.
Okay.
Your officers there are na omo ebwa amiaye adwuma as we speak now.
Okay, what are my officers see omo adwuma ni sign in this fight?
And your officers no per se EPA generally your adwuma ni say your adwuma ni say ya babo modern na yabwa na omei bad yabo brown ya meti adom yen ya hwe ne abo ho ban na yakrakra ni ye. And mining activities are a part of Yejumaye. The Minerals Commission, Emma will be quine, and now will be crata through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. The Onkonkoye mining Yejuma, say a large scale and a small scale. Or 5 years, a EPA. Add an application to the PPA. Now, if you want to say, as so. Baby, you see, all quiet, you man. About a war, and she mu ana. And she mu ne dear, and sister, we could form a good year, a war 200 meters to a water body. And sister, who form a good year now, and sister, charm and if free baby, I want to water body move. And sister, who form a good year, a war is sure so. Anna, where we is on the end, a drop in our day by day, your way in the Wetuma. Mercury, your maho crime, I'll find Yajuma. Sodium cyanide, dear, your maho crime. If you are the many now, yet your share, your penalty. Not the Yaja crime, second Yajuma. na brano wo ye adwuma no a the bomb na be chire ya ba be hwe ya wo ye se wo ye ni ye ana wo ye ni ya adwuma patin pa no far from a good adwuma bia.
Okay, Honorable, now there's a second war against illegal mining in Galamsey. What is your role? Do you mean men pan amuba bedi ede abwa na femine Honorable Telabin so and talk about so. Honorable.
Okay, me you are not straight, but my follow comedy na ma me come chika kreb so ma kwan ni chika krebi.
Okay.
Na straight in near kakra. Ubemu say say small scale mining. I say na illegal mining about the ship. Now say we pray to ways. My from a very critical point of view. My main fat distinctions in Mra, men try some the distinctions in the back. Na you know be the promised breast the city. Now you can't mining you will large scale and a small scale. Large scale mining ubetimi akubisa kwa asase efo bi kura ye be 100 square kilometers 64 square kilometers efo krumu eni nkura ne niam fuo nyina large scale mining na asase bi obebisa no concession and a small scale mining concession 25 acres of land no block the block no na 1933 ana abrofu colonial masters ebra sabre ne friend small scale mining ne friend artisanal mining ana omo bra wo man mu na omo bra ye no kokus omo bra ye no omo de mercury law ana de bra sa dubadie no efise na sa dubadie no egisu mercury ana de furo sika akọ enti omo bra ye no ana omo promote large scale enti na ye won abrofo no kwa de wo sika ne ahoden ne nimudia omo de betu sika akọ no wo ne katie mu yomu large scale enti omo ye ne sa ka gan sabre no bibifo ayen ye sa ti me kan ye share sa pompier abiasamien 33 years it took PNDC administration the late Chairman Rollins, former President Rollins, now buying soldier buying PNDC. I know in that state PNDC law. We read precisely that one. I be about 71 or so. 1986, Anna Odibreki is the agency. No, and 53 years on, and Sana Oyemra, Ama yet why Mercury law Biwa.
Honorable, Wadarma, Emreninti. Esewana ayana wabodi kelto na fe yehunu anamo amode bua EPA in this second fight.
And you know emra wo ho a ye de bo large scale ho ban no and then it didn't ho kasipi ema small scale enti se no obi age large scale asase oje ye no na mini an ka prospecting and ya na confuse with forestry forest land large scale prospecting Woman, and a quick channel, kitting, and the man, that's small scale. So, call Eddie Aquaco, now small scale in India, or the call or Yas or the Communal Commission. The Communal Commission, a man of Sa, Crata, and so for Yajuma, no EPA at the amount. It is here the mano, not Crata, no Pono for Yajuma, not the depot here, you still on Yajumano. While you have not a track on Shuma. Even though all license as a small scale miner, but for illegal.
I mean, it's because we don't monitor. We don't have systems in place to check and monitor. Maybe the Pacono oil and Juma.
It's illegality in Ampesi who open a small scale miner. That they mean as a cake.
Yeah.
I won't crack all right. Then when the one year Juman will be a big crack and amount. Now the Payano baby for like what Trabi Bibia. We are illegal. I mean, almost already on what they cut and be crack.
Okay.
I know what yes, you won't see illegal miner. And the EPA, the say, or one or Mampenia Sana, the Atosu, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Now, ye Minister, Dr. Kokwe Free, Airborne Chidop. Yet, ye woman say, yet the say yenkwada ne yenwuma efodi nyina ekọ all the mining districts. Kane no uhia yenkrata ne ade a this be our region na ba head office. Say ekọ district ho.
I'm quiet now.
Ọkọ ho kyerɛ sɛ obi pɛ small scale mining ho krata. Onye frustrated na omre pii na onya nkotena baabi na ape onkoye de ope. Etisa no so ka ho bi. Sebi obenya krata or pass or register as a small scale miner. Na mo man nkyerɛkyerɛ no na mo kyerɛ no. But cobra obehuri obeye say na bi kra na ba mu opu. Na afi wagyae na okoye de ense faster. Eti office na ekɔ fam ho. Ekɔ wa near the mount wo fam ho a na afi ye di wachi. Ni ehwese ni ye kan say ye no ana de sesa wo ye no na wo ya na. Eti ye trafa kase pa e wo mu no no. Ye di dwumadi ne be kɔ fam. Area ya pagya monitoring no mu said the odi kan na fi say usuma nipa no so okọ na wa ni na chi ankọhwe de wo ya na je say wo ma na kwan am na akoye de ensem fata.
Okay, Honorable Kokofu so mo ho ma member ho ma be bisa wo say mukọ grounds na mukọ ekoye the necessary follow ups na mukọ hunu say nipa no a wo ya illegal mining no wo ya aban mu nipa ede na mo be member ho ma beje sa asembisa no humu aye Honorable Telabi ya to adwuma no ensem no adwen ne bebre. Yes, but my next focus is decentralizing all these processes. What they say, Honorable Kwabena Wokofuka say, you see, EP, what they call the various districts. Into Wope, Nkrata, Hunyaso Betukai, Abankrai. How do we involve, for instance, the chiefs are him for no ma him for Nangasankasana and Sassene Yomodiano because meaning this China need me out from the bad Finicrum, Abagana ha, Enya Kukudro, a Simpampai, a Raquaim, Wabra, Enya Ghana in a bedin. Honorable Telabi.
Me dasi. I'm say and then I never question say information about a mineral deposit near Deno. A war crater mu a war into Bia. We see na dream say of person share. Oh who be one between even to only Ghana Hanoma. I'm for him. The information be to you know a human and the Chinese one be brave or Honoma. You be surprised. Me a deputy minister no me share Chinese one be. Woman on Bami of no much me say, Ukoha, we were, but a young move so because
but that should be the extent to which they can go.
Yeah, that's right.
Ghana and our local armed frontier.
Very well.
They cannot have that.
But you see, there is one thing. As I say, yeah. I be boy. Maybe some questions be. Me say, Honorable Amewu, I can say, omuto drones be near the footages. I feel drones near. Won't be aba. Am I everyone? And what is happening to that? Let's revisit. Let's review. Normal, you can't say it first time. Let's see whether ampa the you know juma na anya juma and then they see no kwan. If we review that now, a bit the much forward a bit medium. But generally, no, I have a certain position. Say, me I'm happy say we at the forefront of this fight, who be here say you be review your processes are. You the mining license. Say you review. We need to. As I say, the difficulty of the EPA say, Minerals Commission, ama microphone, do the process. Until you apply. Minerals Commission and say land near the woman identify normally a man. After no kwako chase document or EPA. And send obeko ni document for EPA no start year money in that. But it should be the reverse. And when he say institutions say Ghana no. Ghana should be by this time no. It's about planning. Now a right baby in terms of planning. Spatial planning near the crying out cities, districts, and whatever. Yama development no AD any kind. Just in a year correct here. No, yes, and for now, no, I am advising say the EPA and the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology to take the center stage. Now, Women Minerals Commission, that level of collaboration, to decide that before Minerals Commission, before lands, before taking any decision, I think the advice should come from environment for no. Because one number it's environmental impact assessment in we no ade nyina ansa na won betimi aka say oh I had more if you mine who can mine wo surface mining here will destroy water bodies and anything even if we mine our it should be underground mining. So anything and no, that was what informed the decision in 1933. We can say sa local artisanal mining here banning because they watch they don't have the capacity to even reclaim their land in the wow anything and then me my journey say you person adwuma we yes stop then one the EPA environment science should be at the forefront. If Minerals Commission in lands when they submit to all their documents for assessment. I mean, time now years have break, you could have done that. Now you marking areas are mining and those areas are untimely because of the consequences of the mining on the environment.
Okay. Honorable. Okay, for
anything say any sir. Two. Say yes see yes see could train amanfo. Those who have been given licenses near there say we go to mine. We shouldn't leave them. As I say, Jamus, one more year to mano. As I say, to me monitor anything. And me no, my moon and my baby, I said the use of force will not help. Giddy no M1. Say M1, a month for me journey. People will go and hide. So therefore, I influence you hide and seek. Wow. Because there are certain areas a month for me to call home and Akakoye in mining. Ebinu be call home pa. Ebinu sunu nim. Se police for no ba. En na million. Police for ni soldier for na call home nipa. Right? Womi nipa omo ebusiafo. Some of them and along the line they get converted. Yes, that's right. Anything the Americans say, let's start from the top. Okay. Now, you put structures in place. You see, these areas are demarcated for small scale mining. You don't go beyond this. Okay. Obidi bibi bakra. For prospecting there, it will continue. We need to monitor it and make sure
on the use of force.
Yes.
The Honorable George Mekuduka, Honorable Deputy Minister Designate, Lands and Natural Resource. Mame Akwaba. Honorable Duka said, Otemenka, colleague, former Deputy Minister, Lands and Natural Resource, few say a dear soldier for, a police for, and I'm quiet, a use force. It's not the way to go. What Jenny saying?
Yo, ma, incha Nnawotwi Yi the with whatever na was also. And about Fiji. But unfortunately, about now, and the mining industry, industry, some papa. Now, I'm a be a wood to obey my an industry, it deal with no less than 4 million. Now, no, mine as well. The good, the heart of good. Ghana had the idea to go that. Now, this is a Utaqua in Fremont. Now, Usha, mining, especially in my area. 79-81 brutality, we share how even the PNDC then tried to fight Galamsey, Abdo concentrated or Takwa, the way people were beaten, whipped, handcuffed, imprisoned, even people continue to do illegal mining. We call South Africa illegal mining is one of the main issues that was South Africa, as I speak with you. But the fair say fighting it, now you put a ban on mining. I think mining contributes a lot to the economy of Ghana. The president wouldn't easily in any way. He said, but mining and mining what Ghana. No. Near as some of your kind of say, we mine and mine responsibly. Now, irresponsible mining there, and yadipa, edema, Ghana. Now, near ya hold Cassian Pony say, Ubi who say, Ubi issue a yem, not the machine of Quisiso. Now, or the broken issue no sabi Ujan and I call Ujan issue no, or the shop, or the so good issue no. I mean, yeah, no, maybe. You say Jesus so, and I you know. Also, as I speak with you, the stability of some of our rivers are already hope. Required to be 24,000. Now, yeah, here you are near country. And the president, His Excellency Nnamdi Akufo-Addo, has declared, say, as I speak with you, your target fight. I mean, all first of all, we declare that we should be a result, should be a mine. Forest, say, we deplete all our forest zones. Into a shoe, a red zone. Can get Nanka, I ban small scale mining. But you see, the approach is not like that. Small scale mining in general has not been banned. Near Yedia Taboa Tusu, this year as a PPD, I issue money forest. That is the serious reasons. I feel approach, you know, you did say for the previous ones, this time around, approach in Africa. Approach the beginning say. Now we are embarking on the project on a bipartisan approach. Using the year national dialogue, Ubikwa or facilitate here, and you Hussein Nakaneno or your minister of air and natural resources. The ranking member and the ranking chairman of Lands and Forestry, Rashid Pepu, the deputy, Suhini. I mean, we all participated immensely. And say, Ikushia, Galamsi, Funya, Udwana, Awo, Takwa. All the stakeholders. And this same bipartisan approach, both minority and the majority, will be and also be some more cano.
Honorable Duka, is this an admission? So the first fight, clearly we lost because Honorable Nemi small boy be and one more will cry excavator, will be to me, a forest, our to gold. Wabra only political back, only big man be or Tanechi, so call a choa frame. Now be free, my boy, Munjaino, na afe ugususa. We failed, clearly. Concessions is also politicians in Mamodia. Honorable.
Ushia, Fiji, and Fia making a Wuntina Une and an Ampatuntina maker. Se Usha. Indeed, as my workano, and you Ghana. Did say, Obia or Dan Necrea be only if you can contest excavator. And
don't to me,
indeed, this is a penny bit eternity. And it's been happening. It's been happening. Sometimes, we politicians who are be a tell be said in the home. The consequence, I'm say a poor, so a pony being what the unfunctioning. And the pony
Frau Nawaho.
Frau, okay. Say, means a pony there and a voter region. On the only voter region. Sorry about that. Ufe, say, MTB, and a ho. Now, when you say they would the netting, young the link to get the copper, when you say, and yes. And I can na between a chatty and nam a bank like no light fishing, your psycho fishing, Nina or Honum.
Yeah.
Illegalities wo.
Yeah.
Na ebia me fan this example. Na odododo say na ne fa bi omokopo. Na say akọ use sa light no ana net no no dey achi na me bi na police for achi no. O ni onim say ya to abama no no ene ne Vanderpoint. And I say, ni like no nimba. In your best friend, I can't do it yet. Send a yan, and now see a chin of our bonny. I don't just know ni couple. But by virtue of the way I voting party here, na honorable fair one and I'm a friend when you internet or find a way. There also so a can be. But your example can I make side. Na ubi be combine ebia tapa for example. Oh police chain na ni ampini me kuduka ani no nim no to aboni di. Me kuduka anko pilibi amanwa. Let's now be catch us on to abanima. I think that
if we continue along this line, we may never be able to win this fight. Honorable Duka.
That is what I'm saying. This time around, it must change. Our attitude must change. Change the crowd. Everybody must change his attitude. Yeah. A time to say no to some of these illegalities are ECOSO.
Okay. Honorable Duka, I mean, this is a specific question. Sir, who and toss me any? You bet me I didn't kunim.
100% if na o position why they say adewe say it to so now everybody and yet a time to throw our hands in despair because the alternative is bleak. Alternative near bad. If you are doing positive and reservoir, then it means you are going to import water from Cote d'Ivoire. It means Ghana you better suffer because you know you say yes you need into still everybody near time go na we here na anye and I say you did a man was better to. I don't think it's time na we here the first one yes it had challenges pa here pa I mean we are again there is over ya thank you you can want to see and it had some sources as well. I mean some people were trained were human think into your mama. You condemn no. We should know so say there were some sources.
So you must training in Ukraine. I mean, from what I'm hearing, now political party members and I'm going training one more. So we be a butcher. Now I'm command training in mining or this training in Kwakwa. Honorable Duka.
These are all speculations. Fact, you know. This University of Mines and Technology o platform issue there so mean say ya we be as formation there so who say e be amanyo sem no bi begina ba bi aka say oh na e butcher si me yi there if a butcher now for interest
honorable I have on the line PRO for the Small Scale Miners Association and pay and somehow can you now would and so it's not like you're speculating. We have journalists one more team no and one more ground sites, various sites. I we've spoken to some of these people. Internet speculation. Madam
Granted. CJ, granted. Say no correct. Say obi butcher. Na say the need you also be share be afa mining because it be your intention say obey mining. Me say bonnet. I don't think say bonnet. And I told you many again say all those don't be me persuasion on my year. Don't be on my buy. And I didn't even have any hand in even selecting a Momoba. In say other MPs who did not because they're not pretty from the center. And a Momoba training at a point in the cover. Me who other political parties, Western region for example, say none or Western region, immediately. On your party B, your party C, and so both parties there. Into any day, a idea did say why.
Okay.
Into me, can say you win out to 20. But there were other may not be concerned, Crampo approach. this time around, approach the backbone pen we engaging your stakeholders outside a decentralized the system of operation. So the immediately do wanna share your penny for the various regions. So at the RESEC level, no, now collaborate with all the stakeholders near na you idea for see cleaning issue yeah see I can speak with you with a pra and take my word and obey me so patrol also with a pra there's no a single year job plan so the military for the first time and they can just say players so but 2 years we have for playing be 2 years you so admittedly as I said be a also.
No, but Honorable Duka, sir, what say more decentralized here? I see some sort of breach. Say, who organize 200 as well as 4 crime. Now, what the one call Takwa, what the one call Pristia, what the one call Abuase, so one call illegal mining. How do they carry out this? When we have regional battalions, Bianca. You organize your money, do you call the various regions now? I said, man, I don't really get the connection. Honorable Duka.
Police for, military for, did say, but I can tell you, say, it didn't any special training for some of these things because I did you no mistake, but they are not watching. You see that I know. We don't want things to happen. Special training. And I can also confidently tell you that I'm a call so their counterparts were aware of Adom. For example, a year Yamia Doma. You train police for that might more police for the there the do over 200, same 200.
That's crime.
Protect a year mining companies. I mean, a year I'm saying, a mobile commission or more, you are more dispatch or the various only penny for Bahobia at the bois, not be fair. Because
Honorable Duka, Jinaswami, Yabeba, Jinaswami, Honorable Telabi. Question me, Bisa Honorable Duka. Straightforward answer. Can we win this fight? Second fight against
the way we are going, we will not be able to win this fight.
Yes, to me.
We may not be able to win the fight.
When your political question,
no, not at all. We may not be able to win the fight because I have just my KBB approach. One, the use of force, will not help. We have done that before. You chasing woman up and down. Ama, you need the solution. I'm happy say we are about prospecting licenses, and we know. So one more those licenses. One more go chiche. Creative blocks. What are we doing? Because we said now, Minister for Lands and Okra list be right. I mean, he shouldn't even be mentioning it on air. Or they are more security. Let's move into those areas. Those have been given the license. Let's go out there and see what is happening in the various concessions now. Are they really doing prospecting? After that one, you can't stop it.
Profcom is calling for an audit.
You see, yes, it might be Accra audit. It should be physical auditing. Okay. Let's go to the site and see what is happening in the various areas as a prospecting company. And now, prospect here, and yeah, it's not like you are buying the line. It is not for you. And every researcher, you need to be giving us updates. You have to give us report. And never lead to whether we are going to develop the thing into a mining whatever concession or not. But if all they do is they're going to give it to, amount for no to a year, the upper honor, no mutinka, no mutika. I mean, then if that thing continues now, and American say, look, it is not too late. Let's go back to the drawing board. let's look at me. See, yeah, mining. How many years now in this country? We know where the mineral resources are. We know even in the Volta region, any rampant or honomo, yenim, ukono fonma, yenim bebia, gold deposits near the war. Why don't we cordon up those areas? I had only a chat, even if you be your mama amount for your community mining near dinner. We have demarcated all the areas. Yeah, what do you call it? Your chat area when your market say, your mining or honomo. Immediately, no, it will not affect forest, no, it will not affect any water bodies. One more when we are interested, no, we take them there. We deploy people who will be monitoring them in terms of how they do the mining. And now start training now, man. So you see, training man. The problem I have with the training, almost over here, say, yeah, well, amount for more field, no, so mining that. You have small scale miners. If you want to give training to anybody, one will never from one more license, man, one will from me. But if you just also you have a community mining, you know, Obiamra, no, no, what do you call it? Mining, Honudana. No, I can find fresh people.
Interesting.
And then
interesting. But honorable Telabi,
yeah.
Semi show and him.
Yeah.
Now, because say among your 4 politicians.
Yeah.
You are the problem. Money, yeah, how in this fight, politicians, you are a problem. What would be your response?
I would not accept that.
Wholly. Because?
I will not accept that wholly.
Because?
There are a lot of things that mean to me in Tranhamonta. Because I've been in the soup before. What goes on?
One say, "One to me can't and a man problem." No,
listen to me. Listen to me. You see,
because I idea who nya
yeah, look. Enya phone kwa. Ahimfo bi wo hono mo na wo ka wo timu. Wo mu dan wo mu si ni nyina no. E galamse sika. Ahimfo bi wo hono mo wo de asase no kra man. Wo mu timi ba ho nten ka jo say me na me ye ohini wa hanu asase we me na me de maye. You don't have the right. In the Eastern region I do baby teacher bi no hwe no kra kunu. Because of form an NGO against what do you call it illegal mining. But some of the chiefs no ade no mo support it. And it the embassy be trying say abai wo to me. Now sometimes they don't compare Ivory Coast ni French speaking countries ni ade no. Woman you see the structures are there. And now Ivory Coast to me
honorable say politicians edi ehwambo na ahemfo so edi ehwambo then it means that we have leadership crisis
you see we are
because ya to abama mo mo mra shebeje fie
very well
mo shemra
yes
e de boayen omanfo no
yes
na say be good be be say na say o ka say holy politicians are partly to be blamed ahemfo so are partly to be blamed.
I mean
then as a country
we
have
are to be blamed
problem.
But the ultimate responsibility lies on the leader. Any pronouncement the obeka and make can be can say aban we are accepting and let me tie and let me tie one communicators no back say this success of Chokun is about 80% insofar as the fight against Galamsey is concerned, not in radio so and if you have people like this and you have any ideas of where prefer their money, will you give the person? The person is not accepting the fact, and I am coming from the western region recently. Now say I'm as a central region ever. Now look, you know what? As somebody, as a biomedical scientist, I mean the impact the every year amount for life near this. Look, the echoes were hormone, and yet the immediate environment no, and no problem no. Yeah, chemicals no name. Woman no using elite a move. Na etawu ebi wo hono mo isuo na airport wo hono mo ha no obi enkosa wo hono mo enom nobody will go there and go and fetch that one but as the water moves downstream no nature is said that air assassin no some filtration processes take place particles na so no stones ni anuani ade are packing will prevent them from even getting to it ebedu baby na wakwa ko hu nsu kroji wo kasa nsu enete but in that water, no, there are micro, elements.
Okay. Honorable. For this, Prof. Kwam question. Prof, issue of leadership in the fight. We will be one stakeholders. In this fight. Juma. Ube on mute where you know, mame. Now, maybe, sir, do we have a leadership problem?
Yes.
In the fight against Sagalam, say, Prof. Kwan?
I mean, for now, okay, leadership problem. I'm a catcher say no. No to the extent, say. Young from 4 years, you know. Adia, His Excellency, and I don't active through other stakeholders and other institutions. For instance, this year we are saying that almost water bodies, no, those supply almost forest, now, as if say Obakasa are seen ho. Minia, no crap a woman say, no institutions, no, our challenges. Minerals Commission, for instance, not be a board member or Minerals Commission. Minerals Commission, for instance, not almost 8 officers, the whole Ghana. Now, officers near 33. So that means a cover near Tossibu, almost after employed from mine warden. Like Sabia, your forestry guard. Almost respective officers, almost about the information. Minia, why am I saying this? Because almost small scale, no, proper small scale, legal small scale, no make one seven. Almost challenge the ban almost challenge the affair. They are not getting land. Almost through legal means. As such, because of that, no. After now, I know 5,000 kilometers square of land is available a year for small-scale designated area. And the OPO purpose small scale, no one was illegality. Over to my cost, Minerals Commission office.
5,000 at the Prof. That's never here.
Oh, that's awesome. Everyone, be quiet. Everyone, be quiet. Everyone, Akokari, everyone, Dunkwa. Everyone, Mansuama, young area, Mansusiana. Uko, Bali side Watenga, everyone. Uko Talansi, everyone. Uko Nadoli, everyone. I have so many adults. Uko, everyone. Uko, everyone. But the problem is that.
Okay. Honorable, I am the sir who church baby as answer seeing now, but I asked you a specific question. I have for any problem, because you chrome her, you need my him for one more concession, one more 2 gold. Your party leaders, your government appointees are one more they are soldier for a guide, one more minus, 1 more 2 gold. So we are looking at leadership. And you think that leadership is not a problem?
No.
Prof. Come.
Miniam, I can't be so. Almost, ya can for a set, young trample down. Oh, for it. Now, here, no, ya chapaya and him for. Even him for mostly, no, young involved almost one will be the paper. It's young, yes, I see other one on so that's a leadership failure. No, maybe be careful. The correction of it within the 4 years, no. Meanwhile, almost said, you did be a friend community mining. Community mining, no. And Kofor and Tiasiano and Yan proper education on it, normal Tiasia. And we have bottom top approach. Bottom top approach in the say, within the community, no, a home of small scale designated area, neither. And to before Omobaya Huajumano, Nanano ya aware. Indigents are aware. Everybody, this assembly now are aware. And you know, indigents, you can get about 50 to 60% Omobaya apply. Nanano class, Nanano visa on any demand who are your citizen. Only to apply our Minerals Commission. I didn't Minerals Commission why a process in an area. Na yipi a certify herself that be okay. No my juma. And going forward because of this, no, I small scale concept, small scale mining concept, but it's the form of a scheme. So when we do this, when an anonymous aware, Nana Smith can say, na saase no ɛwɔ hɔ no onya wɛ na yɛfa de ama obi.
Okay.
Matthias,
Prof. Kam. We some home na fe Razak, PRO, Small Scale Miners Association, Razak Oteminka. Now we are looking at leadership. Mona mo yes edwumen. E free ahemfo. MMDCs, which say DCs, MCs ahodo, regional ministers, party penny for any member. This is what we mean by leadership. Do we have a problem with that? Razak? Razak, what's in car?
Medasimina. The Ehadjun. Yeah, Meteon Kappa.
Razak, it's you.
Good. The Ehadjun partner say. Ye pese ye fight well holistically. Ye mpenyi for no be service so who buy fidie so a omon bie se monomon ka service ye ese fata se de beya ye nyina e bekokon wo na yakon yie wutie mpenyi for no be a wo kase ya omo bi epe ade ni yie so wo ha ase service who two footro aguyeni so o share last speaker ya o kase ya Prof Farmer were raising issues be about small scale mining lands at the over 5,000 kilometers.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the truth of the matter is that leadership crisis now, and I say leadership problem it's one of the factors. Blockhouse, yes, Ombetro, and also Umbeka say ya block we Adaho. Ubekono, ya dikachi chama yahoo. Emma, Umubikra, they were even board members. Or no, we was a board member, and I said politicians, Ube not back for about 50 concessions. At the end of the day, to my mufona, we are industry no. We are struggling to get places to work.
Razak, are you saying Sasena Prof. Come make us say at that one?
Some people have can't be work on the ground. And Sasena.
Razak, Twaso mame.
Medase. Nsaseno se blockhouse no wo ho a the church na doli ni hwan or can. To be frank with you, there's no any blockout in Upper West. Large scale at the Upper West nyina, which is Azuma Region. Ye gusu bomb minerals commission pono se de be ya kra na on be ma yen sasene bia ma yen members wo. Ye nya bi. Enti se wo ba na wo ka se wo bo body na wo bo na doli a. You are mixing the point. And you know, all the same, discussing. The point is that how do we fight this fight? So any forest. President, direct now, dear Bano. Yeah, supporting president, 100%. Name mom, hello. Adibakwa, you have problem with home. Yes, sir. Architecture of security, and a problem. Fight now. First term of President Kufaduno. Failure no munya was security no ni yenhunu omo kukono poti. Because we check here Vanguard eBay. Second first Galam stop eBay. Second Galam stop national security. NADMO Operation Kamla wo nyina de omo jimu. Intine who direct na asemno echo. This time round, President had deployed 200 military men. It is a good thing, which he has supported. But as we speak, Vanguard is still existing. The Vanguard also on grounds. National securities and the move. Nanu ya ntobroso. Ya this a national security be alcohol harase. Minus or Vanguard operate minister about out to say or the 2 million regional ministers and And in Adentin and Kayan Bako, then the military na echo fighting illegal menace, forest reserves, Florusua. Now, Omu commander, no, here was a commander way, and I say, Kungwe, a women echo. They a failure, we can point our fingers on them. Then mom says security apparatus different. Say failure bar, no more blame, we be Kasanya, we Subeka Senya. And Tinanka ever swear as small scale miners. Yemaya who structure need the regional security council Kukuna. Here who say team me up with whom they in a fight. The Vanguard sooner F1, name was a Vanguard. Say 200 military men now, man, one F1, and so money. But in that way, a inconsistency, okay. Okay. Because as we speak, you gather information, the press say, you member Baku concession. We are still gathering the information. Say, military deploy on me. What corner the land, which is a concessioner, what question in the battery, excavators. Excavator and ministry shooting Yajmau. Excavator and ministry shooting Yajmau.
And Operation Hot for a year now, come Razak. Operation Hot for ya na kwa omasemi.
Ya no se be ya, ye betima kukuno akoni yi. Ne Omo ndra ya dra chi ya o mampanyina ku omu ya. Omo akọ to praso with them precisely. Akọ chi mfidie wo ho. Ama se say ya suma ye members ye gather information. Se be ya ye di be ba awpo bia hu. Se ye nipa na di fo a we let the whole world know. Say omuso military na koye idea omaso so munkoya we let the whole world know. We are still we are going on the ground to give the information to everybody. Okay. We are doing. We should be straightforward and tell the world the truth. So that the military as go to the river bank. Make sure say you do the right thing.
All right.
Andra say we check Minister of Defense Obeka say omun system fidel yes but F moving machines no say enya dia say be bet machine so say adwuma o nti so wo watch gun so mu kra na let
okay medase Ora Abdul Razak Al Hassan ye PR Small Scale Miners Association Kokofu say utie sankomo nyina the issue of leadership and decentralizing this fight, you know. To evidence, so I can say EPA for Fidie, more licenses and Democrat Assembly now, more the call at the district level. But the issue of leadership is quite worrying.
Yes, no, I didn't say worrying. Indeed, a group BBB and not any who the war crowd who saw we a penny and now we a leader. A war, sir, you may be out to him. Now, François, a day bad, not any. I must be frank. Me makase. Yenya o mampeni yenya emu arese mu se yemwano na omume. Na yensusu a yigina wo me ho do yigina wo se jimedi mu. Se unia udo o mampeni na na da kwa kufuado. Se de ye kan wo ya no. Na ye krakra ye nimu ya. We any bra essay a dasa donet na a dono ebedao. As a see a timidi and sessiable. Near Cassa, me, President Okufuado Hudunchi. Tell me, Pesse, na mamuri payo. Na, if so I do now, or more my Ghana in Tino. Me, se me ye bim pa, simple, me ye bim pa, the jaimu. Se minim upia o ye bia. Menene beka sadama kache ni sijai. Na afi yensusua mbashe yensensi edi adwuma ne yensu akase. Yedo no krebe ye adwuma. Wabra ye nyemfifia ni mu. Nia wafom no yema mreni no.
Honorable, embe de se wasa akofa honorable. Em se question na me di ja wansa na me san ba ohwe. Eni se mako hunu se sa nipa ya wo ye illegal mining ni. Wo ye party ni, wo ye aban mu nipa. Can you crack the whip, EPA?
Yeah, at EPA. Yeah, nyan hwehwe ni mu ana ye katasu mu muaso. Se maybe a twemu no bibi sa ampo ba ya. Ye hye o mampani bo ani Ghana fo nyina bo se. Anamontu a ɔde ahyɛ Minister for Lands and Natural Resources nsa no yɛyɛ ho wɔ mu paa na yɛde ɛwɔ mu ne saa enforcement no ɛno nti ana yɛde mmeranteɛ no kɔ fam no hwaa district levels particularly hot spots no na yɛahyɛ wɔn sɛ woni a wobɛtoto wo ho ase yɛmfa ho nkyɛ ɔkora ɛnkyɛ pii mobɛhu sɛ EPA uniform ɛbɛba abɔnten na yɛmmeranteɛ ne yɛmmabaawa a ɛwɔ ground sɛ ɛyɛ adwuma no wɔn ho bɛda nso enti ɛnkɔba bio sɛ obi bɛba na ɔse ne yɛ EPA staff na waba na nkokoa mu no wabɛdi nkɔmmɔhunu bi a na biribi bi dabi ɛnɛ ɔbaa na identity card kuta no wɔhyɛ ne uniform enti wobɛhu sɛ official ni sɛ mmara no di wa na yɛnsa ka wa yɛn sɛ mmara no yɛde woyɛ biara sɛ yɛde woyɛ sɛ onua no yɛ government official onua no yɛ sɔfo onua no yɛ nsɛntwerɛni onua no yɛ mpo yɛbusuani koraa no mɛtumi aka asi so bia sɛ mmara no anim obiara saa yɛ mmara no nim ne sɛ Ghanani biara yɛ Ghanani biara hyɛ mmara ase nti ne nkasa ma ne nyɛ bebrebe agorɔ no ne fam yɛdeɛ ɛsa a ɔmampanin ne mpanin atuo no deɛ mmara ma yɛ ho kwan sɛ yɛtuo na yɛde yɛ adwuma de taa akyirɛ no yɛayɛ krado papaapa na ano nadaroma wahwɛ ama EPA cars bɛyɛ sɛ aduonu me ne wo kasa yi nkyɛ bi a bɛyɛ du num bɛba bɛka ho pickups nom ne adeɛ a yɛde kɔ field wame afa nkɔdaa no bi aka ho afrasɛɛ afi yɛde adesrɛdeɛ ɛkɔto finance minister anim sɛ ɔnom yɛ na ɔmo yɛ kwan yɛmfa bi nka ho na afi nkɔdaa no akatua no nso so yɛbɛpagyam sɛ bɛyɛ bɛmotivate wɔn na akadeɛ te sɛ recordings nom ne bibibia ɛfi sɛ yɛbɛkɔ kɔɔto paa
okay honorable Kokofu wode bɛsi hɔ ama me but on the bit of Ghana ni bia hyɛ mmara ase me nso mɛtumi aka kyerɛ sɛ nyɛ Ghana ni bia na hyɛ mmara ase sɛbe yɛayɛ wɔ ha yi ne Ghana ni bi wɔnnim obi a wɔnni political connection bi a wɔnni sika ɔno na wɔn hyɛ mmara ase na wɔn wɔ amanyɔsɛm mu wɔn nim mpanifoɔ ne adeɛ deɛ mmara ni wɔn nti nyɛ Ghana ni bia ɛna ɛhyɛ mmara ase but yɛde bɛsi hɔ but ɔno bɛkumi ka wɔ so na ka mpɛsɛ bibi sa na
ɛnyɛ mame ka kakra wɔ wei ho me ne wonya adwen sɛ Ghana ni bia ebi nom nhyɛ mmara ase daabi
mmara no didi nni bio
ebi a me ne ɔbɛyɛ adwen ne sɛ ebi a ɛnyɛ Ghana ni bia na mmara no di no mmara no deɛ fundamentally yɛn nyinaa hyɛ aseɛ including the president na ebi a deɛ na apɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ ne sɛ nyɛ obi biara bi a mmara no edi no anaa yɛde mmara no yɛ adwuma tia no sɛ wɔfom a ɛno deɛ no yɛ adwene wɔ hɔ na no na mehyɛ bɔ sɛ kane saa na na tie mpo ɛwɔ EPA yɛafa mu a yɛkɔ yɛ anim yi ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛma ho kwan ama na basa adi
medase ɔno abɛkɔ na Kokofu medase yɛmmra studio
asɛm a meba bɛkɛ maka kyerɛ no ne nti ne hyia meka kyerɛ no sɛ mese mensa emphasize biom sɛ if you best succeed in the control of this mining Ghana Hanomodia, then ansana you be more be concession. Enfi environment. Permit not to start from environment because sometimes Minas Commission come on the Minas Commission. Yeah. Enfi honomo because Minas Commission in fact land no document in EPA. No munya assessment. Entina ansa na obeba ho no kura no mpo no omunim za hanu de no go area but a lot of the time no their hands are tied ubehunu na ya Minas Commission mo bi okoye afi na omo kwako say any filling station see ni wenu ni age nyina ubehunu ya mark the place to afi na ye frɛ EPA for some assessment ni ade no it should be the reverse anything no if we don't do that and the air can say me I'm throwing this challenge against Akufo-Addo. Say, as I say, Oba out. Or accepted the fact, say, the first move no was a failure. 2, the influences no. If you're no one if you, the man they na anye no. If you're no one can that's why you know. Because anka just be you no asem no buy anyway no ka odina ne nanso e panishi woman. Anka minye ni say ebema obi what do you call it? Enna addition de back so abom ni say also we go training among for on mining, more back on community mining now. The lesson here is that start with those who are already in it, you know. Go make of party boys. One go train one we no matia gum no mo ye no ma be yesi ya. Enna today dia Razak kan ye no. Yema adwuma na nya well defined. Say military for no ni wo mo ye adwuma. Let's know. But then mahu no tape bi wo hono mo. Government on one team no baako ekochi amanfo mu tu gold no baby. Enna obi a onu friend who national security onu to friend obi wakra and onu to my instruction even government institutions no any woman task force various task force no one counter each other depending on whose interest a group is serving anything no and the president must accept say this na two first one was very wrong. It didn't help. I mean the party considerations was too much and then ama ye could be no finally no me say the use of brute force will not help. And then today Razak no.
I needed some clarity from Honorable Duka. Approach because no can say so therefore no Operation Hot for but we still have Operation Vanguard. Galam stop 1, Galam stop 2 for the and Sana national security for also name. So who is what?
And it the American say let's make let's draw the lines clear. And then what are we fighting? Are we fighting mining in waters or in the forest? Two, and now we are fighting, generally, we are fighting illegal mining.
Okay. May I say, Honorable Ebenezer Oklite Telabi, a former Deputy Lands and Natural Resource Minister. So, and yes, Honorable George.
No, the defense, Deputy Defense.
Oh, so, okay. Ma menda mpeniform meka me ho ewo Zoom. Omene mbedi dwuma menda wo nyina ase Professor Kwam mining expert so and Honorable Henry Kwabena Kokofu CEO Environmental Protection Agency. Nyina nsaka omo. So and Ora Abdul Razak Al Hassan PRO Small Scale Miners Association and Honorable George Brekuduka. And so a deputy minister designate lands and natural resources. Meaning the chief Jerry Fortin. I mean, the production team, I say. Wilbeck Ampedu, Priscilla, my cameraman, my sound, lighting, Obia. You basically her name made it. You may do my phone now. Ayuko.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to pass away?
Yeah, that's right. Without the workforce, no, Ghana. Everybody from the market women to the kayaye to whatever contribute.
Within the chief Jerry Fortin, the price for greatness is responsibility.
That's right.